What is the meaning of Jimin's secret message that suddenly shocked the army world? Why did Jungkook suddenly run away for no apparent reason? These questions immediately surfaced after a mysterious status appeared from Jimin, who is currently undergoing his mandatory military service. The short message he uploaded not only invited questions but also triggered a wave of speculation so great that it shook the BTS fan community worldwide. What exactly is happening behind the scenes? Is there a hidden conflict, mental pressure being experienced, or something much deeper than just the dynamics of the military life of these idols? Jimin and Jungkook, two BTS members who are currently both serving their mandatory military service, have become the center of public attention not only because of their status as world idols but also because of how they face a new reality that is very different from the glamorous entertainment world they have been involved in so far. In the military barracks, their lives are far from the spotlight, full of strict discipline, heavy physical training, and unexpected mental challenges. It was here that Jimin's secret message appeared, implying something that could not be ignored. The status uploaded by Jimin sounded simple but contained ambiguous and enigmatic meanings. "I never thought this would happen here." The short sentence immediately sparked panic among the army. Is this a sign of a serious problem? Is Jimin facing heavy pressure that he cannot express directly? Or is this a hidden clue about something that happened to Jungkook, considering their closeness during their time in the military barracks? Speculation widened when a number of soldiers serving in the same division gave vague comments on social media and military forums. Some mentioned that the pressure in the military environment for idols like Jimin is not easy, and sometimes the mental burden can be much heavier than the physical. These anonymous reports only added to the tension, until the public and the media began to suspect that something more serious was happening. However, the biggest oddity occurred when Jungkook, who usually always looked supportive and kept Jimin's spirits up, was suddenly seen avoiding and suddenly running from the training area. This unexpected attitude raised many questions. Is Jungkook trying to avoid pressure? Or is there something he wants to hide? This phenomenon triggered many analyses from observers, ranging from allegations of internal conflict to the possibility of deeper problems between the two. As tensions began to peak, the military finally issued an official statement that firmly denied any serious problems experienced by Jimin or Jungkook. It was explained that the message uploaded by Jimin was actually an expression of surprise and pride after he managed to complete a very challenging physical exam with an almost perfect score. A special award from the military commander was given as a form of appreciation for his dedication and achievements, something very rare and proud. The expression was Jimin's personal reflection on his achievements, not a signal of mental distress or conflict. This clarification greatly reduced the army's concerns, especially coupled with a rare message from Jungkook conveying support and inviting everyone not to worry too much. "We are both fine and I am proud of you," Jungkook said through a fellow soldier who has access to social media. However, even though an official explanation has been given, there is still a lingering curiosity. Why could a message that is actually full of positive meaning cause such a great panic? And why did Jungkook look like he was suddenly running? This phenomenon reminds us that behind the glittering spotlight of the entertainment world, idols like Jimin and Jungkook are also ordinary people who face extraordinary pressure, especially when adjusting to a harsh and rule-filled military environment. Limited communication in the field makes a simple sentence can be misinterpreted into something far more dramatic, triggering wild speculation and strong emotions from fans. In addition, the dynamics that occur between Jimin and Jungkook during their service are also interesting to observe. Jimin, who more often gets heavy physical challenges and awards for his persistence, while Jungkook serves in the kitchen as a cook, shows a fairly significant difference in roles. Even so, they still support each other secretly. Some witnesses from the military even revealed that Jungkook always makes sure Jimin gets warm food and enough rest, showing a strong friendship in the midst of the harsh military life. This story is not only a lesson about how pressure and perception can shape narratives in the digital age, but also confirms the importance of support from a fan community that is always there to encourage. The ARMY proves that they not only support Jimin and Jungkook on stage but also in their difficult journey of carrying out their duties to the country. In the future, will there be more secret messages that trigger similar speculation? Or will this incident be a lesson for all parties to be wiser in interpreting every upload of the idols? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The story of Jimin and Jungkook in the military barracks is a strong reminder that behind the figure of a big star, there are humans with stories and struggles that deserve to be appreciated and understood more deeply. The event involving Jimin's secret message and Jungkook's sudden reaction, if we examine it further, is not just about entertainment news. This phenomenon opens a big door for all of us to reflect on how we receive and process information in this fast-paced digital age. Are we really sure that what we read and see always reflects the facts? Or maybe, this is just an engineering that is deliberately designed to attract public and media attention. On the one hand, many are moved by the concerns and speculations that arise, seeing the human side behind the figure of an idol who has always been known to be cheerful and strong. However, on the other hand, we need to ask, is this whole narrative built on valid facts, or is it the result of excessive interpretation triggered by ambiguous status and vague comments circulating on social media? Media such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and various other platforms are indeed fertile ground for spreading news quickly. Unfortunately, speed often trumps accuracy, so we can easily get caught up in a wave of sensation without adequate verification. Let's consider some important points together. Is it possible that there is real pressure behind Jimin's short message? Or could the sentence just be a spontaneous expression without a deep context? And why did Jungkook look like he was suddenly running? Is there really a problem or just a moment that is misinterpreted by viewers who are too carried away? Is the official explanation from the military convincing enough to quell the anxiety? Or does it actually raise new questions about what really happened? This is where the importance of skepticism and reflection comes in. Don't immediately swallow every piece of information that circulates, especially if it comes from an unverified or sensational source. As consumers of information, we must put ourselves as small investigators who continue to ask and seek the truth behind the news. Is there a bias that might affect the presentation of this information? What is the motive behind the uploads or comments that are spread? Perhaps some of us have experienced how rumors or fake news can spread quickly and cause unnecessary panic or misunderstandings. Then, how can we make sure that we don't participate in spreading hoaxes? The answer is to prioritize verification, compare various trusted sources, and maintain emotional distance so as not to be easily carried away by emotions when reading or watching a news. Also need to remember that idols like Jimin and Jungkook are not only public figures but also ordinary people who have the right to privacy and their mental well-being. Why should we respect those boundaries, even when curiosity and concern are so great? Is there no risk that wild speculation could actually add to their mental burden? This becomes an ethical question that we need to reflect on together. In closing, let's learn together to be wise and critical news connoisseurs. Don't be easily trapped by provocative titles, ambiguous messages, or vague comments that are deliberately made to lead opinions. Every time we read a news, especially one that provokes emotions or controversy, try asking yourself, is this true? Who benefits if this news is spread? Have I checked the source? What if this turns out to be a hoax? Thank you for reading and reflecting with us. What do you think? Is this event real or just an engineering for the sake of popularity and media attention? We are looking forward to your opinion, because critical dialogue is the key to understanding this increasingly complex world of information.